when I moved, I had to break that lease. What did Beyonce? Who break that lease so I can move? That song is a damn lie. They don't tell you what it means. It comes with a cost, y'all. Don't you break that damn lease. Baby, they said, we're going to take your money or your credit is going to crash.
Damn.
Your credit is going to be that submarine down at the bottom of that ocean.
It's going to be a submersible.
It's going to be a submersible.
Monét Talks. Everybody come sit down, let's have a chat. Monét Talks. Living life gossip, chop it up, this or that. Monét Talks. Get comfortable with me, cause you on the show. We just wanna know where you been, who you been with. Monét Talks.
You know, there are some guests and there are some guests, y'all. We are lucky and we are graced in studio with the fabulous Terrell. Can I call you Terrell Grice or just Terrell?
You can do whatever you want. You are Monét X Change.
Monét X Change.
What do you want? I'm Bob today. I'm Paul. Jeremiah. Who?
All the apostles.
All of them. Praise the Lord.
Terrell.
Hi.
How are you doing, darling?
I am so good. I am happy to be here with you. You are an icon.
No.
You are the moment.
No.
Okay.
All the things you say about me is about you.
Thank
Okay?
you so much, friend.
Yeah, I reached out and I was like, you said yes. I was like, thank the Lord.
Yes.
Because I find you to be such a fascinating, interesting, someone who has like carved this own space out in the internet that is your own.
Yes.
And it is so freaking lit. I'm so happy to have you here.
I don't know how I did that.
I mean,
every day I wake up and I'm like, how did I? Is this real? Okay. Who's coming tonight on the show? Okay. Let me go do some research.
Oh my God. So good. And I had to say, so the first time I met you, obviously big fan, I followed you for a very long time. And then I'm on my way back from Essence Fest.
Oh my God, I forgot about that.
Yes.
Tell them the story.
So on the way back
funny.
from Essence, and like I'm running late to the airport. I don't know why. And I get there, and my assistant, we weren't flying together for whatever reason. He was coming later, and then so I was all up. And then I get to the gate, and as I get to the gate, like we're about to start boarding, I'm like, okay, I made it. And then I look, I was like, oh my God. At the corner of my eye, I was like, is that Terrell?
That was me.
I was like, that's Terrell. I was like, that's not him. That's not him. And then they call Zone 1 first class.
Oh, Lord. Well, God has been doing his big one. I'm not gonna stop him. Hello.
I mean, more than playing, we end up sitting next to each other.
We
did.
Yes.
Yes. No, I'm saying. No, so the whole time I was like, okay, I was like, that is Terrell. I was like, but I'm not going to be annoying. It was like 5 o'clock in the morning.
So early. I was going to say that.
It was super early.
The earliest flight because we got things to do.
Yes, we did.
We did our job and then we got to do our other job.
Exactly.
So it was very early. Yeah.
So I was like, so at that point, I'm like, I don't want to be annoying and be like, hey. So I waited until the flight landed.
Yes.
And I was like, oh my God, huge fan. I love your work. You're incredible. You were like, Monet.
Because the world. Do you know who you are? Okay. First of all, I do want to say thank you for waiting to the end of that flight because, as my friends who've traveled with me would say and know this about me, hate it. Hate an airport.
I know.
Hate an airport.
It's
down.
horrible.
I am so mean in the airport.
Oh, same. Baby, and I try not to be.
It's just
but
like it's such a drag.
Yeah.
And I got the full hoodie on. Okay, I have the slides on. I'm clicking, clacking through that Delta airport. Please don't do it. Girl,
you know
I don't even want to be up in here.
I know.
With all these germs.
You know.
Dusty.
You know.
So just let me ride in peace.
And then if anything, wait at least my baggage claim when the journey is almost over and we can see the light at the end of the tunnel, then come and say hello. But like right, and then I feel hungry, groggy,
and then you don't know if it's gonna be hot or cold on the plane. There's no middle ground.
I know.
They're gonna melt you or ice you.
Also, and I'm sitting there and I'm like, because I was so tired, I was like, I know I'm gonna drool the house on this flight. So I took my face mask and I put it on.
Yes.
So you wouldn't see me in the seats. And I'd embarrass myself in front of Terrell.
That's another thing too. You know, my bestie Coco Jones.
Yes,
she taught me how to fly. Okay, I didn't know how to fly until I met Coco Jones.
Okay, well, give us the information.
I said, girl,
resident. You're a resident in every aspect.
Every aspect. I said, girl, I can't even see your face when you were sleeping on this plane. The eye mask, the earplugs, the blanket. There are so many things going on, and I'm like, you don't even realize you're flying. You are absolutely not the. Can I cuss up here?
You absolutely
are not
can.
the not on this plane.
Not so Coco be up there mummified.
Mummified down.
Really?
Just
That's
gone.
smart though.
And the way I have my little sleep bag on the plane. So when I say I mean in the airport, I don't mean that for real. It's just, baby, I'm not speaking. I can't even see you. Okay, I don't know what's going on. We landed. Oh,
girls, that is me all the time too. I'm at I get to knock out.
Yeah.
No senses. I don't want to be simulated in any type of way. So obviously, if anyone watches you are clearly from the church. Yes. Like grew up in the church. I also grew up in the church as well. I feel like a lot of Black musicians, that's kind of where we all got our footing.
Absolutely. And less of them are going to church these days. And that's why the music is. Wait a minute. Different show. Sorry. You see how fast I almost did that? Yes, I grew up in the church. And you know what? That church is many things for different people.
This is true.
Okay? It's a very layered, very nuanced conversation.
Yes. Yeah.
But the one thing that the Black church is always going to get right is the ability to teach how music should be done when you want to talk about harmonies, when you want to talk about even the belting of it all, when you hit that note. Yeah. Oh, baby, if I didn't hit that note, I was getting smacked.
Okay, so you were in it by choice, or did you have no choice to be in the music industry?
I can't think of one thing I could have chosen by my own volition before I hit 12 years old.
Really?
There was no choices until I was about 13.
Got it.
Mandatory.
Got it. Got you.
My grandmother, shout out to my grandmother.
Not a praying grandmama.
Did you just Helen Baylor me? Monet?
That's how y'all know that Terrell ain't new to this, baby. She is true to this.
True to this.
Yes.
Oh, dear. Oh, you're my kind. We're cut from the same cloth.
Yes, we are.
The holiest of cloths. Oh, yeah. My grandmother, she's a Sunday school teacher. To this day, still is. And I mean, I was probably in church maybe 4 out of the 7 days of the week.
What? Okay, I wasn't that deep. I just had rehearsal on Wednesdays and I did service on Sunday.
Oh, God. Torture. Holy torture. And it's just I love being around all that music because that was my beginnings. Yeah. Of understanding and appreciating the talent of voice. Yeah. The voice is your first instrument.
It really is.
You know what I'm saying? You pick up the rest as you go along if you choose. But right here, you're born with that. And if you hone that from an early age, baby, give it Mariah Carey.
I know. Yeah. Yes. And then another connection we have is, so my first love, this was my first, what I purchased with my own money when I was 9 years old.
Don't do it.
Using my allowance, I bought the Brandy Never Say Never album.
That was the album I bought. One of my first albums I ever heard when I was allowed to listen to R&B.
Allowed to listen to R&B is wild.
Yes.
And so I did not know what the feeling was, but I would play track number 9, Have You Ever, over and over and over again. And when I tell you, laying on my pillow, sobbing. Yeah. Again, I had never been in love that way. I don't know what that meant, but on a vibrational chemical level, that song made my spirit fly. So I would just
everything
on repeat, just sobbing. Have you ever? Just sobbing to the pillow to Have You Ever by Brandy at 9 years old.
The first time I played that song in my house, my grandmother said, "Is that song about Jesus? Have you ever loved a man like Jesus? Is that what you're saying to me? No. Where are we going? That devil music." I said, "My grandmother's Brandy. Her godmother is Whitney Houston."
Hello. Girl, why are you down there?
Why are you down there? Cinderella. That is so cool. I love that. Yeah. You know what also kind of cracks me out of gospel and into R&B?
What?
You ever remember those commercials that would come on late at night when they were selling them CDs?
Yes.
And it would be the little scroll of titles and names.
Yes.
They'd play the little music videos behind it. I said, who is Luther Vandross? He sounds very good.
So good.
He sounds like a deacon that I used to know.
Did Luther grow up in the church? I'm sure he did. I don't know.
I mean, he
had to have, right?
Has to.
Yeah. I mean, I used to also, back in the day, I would listen to Midnight Love.
Yes.
All the time. And that's how I fell in love with R&B too. Brandy was my gateway. And then I would listen to Midnight Love all the time. It would come on after Comic View sometimes.
Comic View.
Comic View.
Haddish was on that.
She was?
Oh, maybe that was Coming to the Stage.
I think it comes to the same.
get
I
those
think
mixed
Tiffany
up.
may have been too young for Comic View.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
But the host of Comic View was somebody I loved.
It was. I can't. The name was escaping me, but yes.
Bruce? No, that also was coming to the stage.
Yeah, no. Bruce was on
I
Comic
don't know
View.
what I'm saying.
But also just BET, just the
had
theme
it.
songs. Comic View
Yeah.
on BET.
Yeah.
Coming at you 6 nights a week. Get your laugh on.
Come on, sing.
Get your laugh on.
Come on, Baritone.
Oh yeah. See, okay. So when I was up in the church, that was a thing too. I am not a tenor, not anywhere close. I am a bass baritone.
I hear it.
So it's sometimes I was like, I felt a little ostracized. I'm like, bitch, I can't be up there, and I wanted to be up there.
Yeah.
Like the tenors, caught up in the rapture, in the rapture, but I
bass
couldn't.
as well. Hold us down.
I know, yeah,
Oh,
but
it's called a 4-part harmony.
they don't make you feel like they need you up in the church. You feel disposable as a bass in the church.
I don't know. When it's time to do the little breakup of the sections and the men come in, baby.
That's true. You're right.
In the church, I'm like, oh, I am gay. Oh, this is my section. I can't wait for these men to start going off in here. Let's do it.
Who is on your musical Mount Rushmore?
No, why would you do that?
You gotta
get more specific. Give me voice. Give me hits. Give me lyricism. Give me something.
Okay. Who is your musical Mount Rushmore of lyrics?
Ooh,
Writers.
Ooh.
Singer writers.
What the hell?
Because until I read her book, I didn't realize this is my ignorance. Mariah was such. I didn't realize that
Mariah,
she wrote all of those
first.
Yeah.
Mariah is the epitome of not only can I write my own stuff, I am the best to deliver the message. Because I know a lot of amazing writers out there who write the most sickening lyrics.
Yeah.
But they gotta pass it along for it to be delivered in the right way.
Yeah.
It's very rare.
Yeah.
People actually go way too far in with people who don't write their own music. Babes, since the beginning of time, those two skills together are not a popular thing to have. They're both equally very
important. Yeah, but
Diane Warren.
Diane Warren.
I mean,
okay. This again, my ignorance. Is she a good singer?
I don't know, but I'm just talking about writers.
Just writers. Yeah, writers.
Victoria Monet.
Victoria Monet
is another one.
So good. Her song "Ass Like That," that song is
the
so
puns
good.
That song.
So good.
Hun.
So good.
I love that song.
So good.
And then just to see her write for so many other artists, especially like Ariana Grande. I mean, girl.
Yeah.
You have been doing this for forever. And the timing is always going to follow God's timing.
Yes.
Because
divine time.
You know what I'm saying? She also had projects out way before On My Mama.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That if you deep into the R&B world like we are, we knew those projects.
Yeah.
But we were all waiting, now, when is she going
to pop? When is going to be her time?
Pop? Yeah. Boy, did you pop. Come on, Best New Artist, Grammy Award winning.
Winning 3 Grammys?
And as she should. She got a new song called Dick at Night. You heard it?
Oh, well, Jaguar Deluxe.
My God.
Jaguar 2 Deluxe.
Woo! I said Victor. Oh, my Lord.
So good.
Yeah.
She's such a good writer. And I just, the one about Pride, something Pride at the end of it is.
Oh, don't give me the line.
Yeah.
And just came out, got us anymore.
Yeah. But it's so good. She's just such a good artist. I'm just so happy and proud to see her. Okay.
Yeah.
So, Diane Warren, Mariah, Diane Warren, Victoria.
Okay. And then let's do. Oh my God, this is hard. There's so many going through my head right now.
I know.
Okay, this is kind of out there, but I like it. The Dream.
The Dream.
Oh, The Dream.
I mean, he's writing a lot for Beyonce, child.
He's written a lot for a lot of people. He's been in even Pharrell. I gotta add Pharrell in there too.
Pharrell. Because Mount Rushmore is 5. I mean, just as American, it's 5 people up there, right?
4.
4. Okay.
It's okay.
Okay.
But it's ours. Okay. And we can change it. It's up to us. We'll blackenize it.
Yeah.
Is that a word?
Yes.
We're gonna
it is today.
Blackenize it up.
Blackenize it up.
That's just off the top of my head.
Okay.
I'm sure I'm forgetting some heavy hitters. They're all fantastic.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
And then if you had to say, what is your top genre of music? You can only pick one.
Are you insane?
Your top, you just want. If something happens to your eardrums, you cannot process any type of music except this genre.
It's easy. It's very easy. Because
I don't think I want to know. You got there too fast.
You want to guess?
I'm gonna say gospel.
Yes, it is.
Gospel.
You know what? You know why? Jazz, R&B, even some of rock and roll, if you know your history, stems from the earliest versions of gospel music.
Yeah.
These people were in those wooden shacks.
Yeah.
Beating the hell out that floor. Coming up with all of these melodies and harmonies. You can even think back to the 1950s when Elvis Presley went into a church, a black church. His white ass, 10, 11, 12 years old, went in there and got inspired and then created a genre, or I would say one of the heavy hitters of rock and roll and hillbilly rock and roll. Like, gospel is kind of an origin for so many different genres that we have that sound very different than gospel, but it's only because of an evolution. When you go back to the origin, baby, I'm not talking about Kirk. I'm not talking about Mary. Okay, those are also part of the evolution. Go back to the beginnings. The beginnings. So I have to give the tens where the tens are due.
Use a hard Skippy.
You know what I mean?
I'm into that. Yeah.
And say gospel.
Yeah.
Now today's gospel very different.
Very different. I think I'm so rooted in the old gospel, like that's. And when I say old gospel, I mean maybe like mid
Mississippi Mass Choir.
I literally had a question about Mississippi Mass Choir.
Yes, all of that.
Like that's the stuff that is still, because on my Apple Music, I still have music when I used to steal music from like Napster and like LimeWire and stuff. So I have all those old, and that's the ones that cycle through all the time. We really should. The amount of money I stole from these artists by downloading this music, but we didn't have no choice.
We didn't have no choice. Okay,
the kids today, they don't know about no Napster, no LimeWire.
They have no money. Call me a pirate.
And literally
stole that booty. Baby, I had a musical booty.
Yes.
It was so easy as well.
So easy.
I mean, minus the crashing of the virus.
Yeah, the virus. Girl, virus. I remember, I don't know the last time I had a virus. Back then, every other week, my was fucked up from a virus.
I didn't know what was going to pop up on that computer when I opened it. I had no idea.
I know.
I had to open that computer with my mother in another room. I don't know what was going to come up on that fucking screen.
Thank God I was in the basement, so no one else would come down there. But every time I was like, ooh.
Girl.
I know.
Some titties is about to bounce in 2 seconds because I want to hear Chris Brown sing Say Goodbye. That's what the hell? Did I deserve this?
Okay.
Yes.
So you're born and raised in
Mullen, South Carolina.
A little small town.
The smallest of towns.
Like, what's the population?
Probably like a little less than 1,000. Yeah, it's real small.
Less than 1,000 people?
Baby, I knew everybody. I knew the post office worker. I knew the church missionary team. I know who worked at the Bilo, and that was all the same person.
So that's the kind of town you couldn't do anything because everybody would report you to your grandmother, everybody.
They didn't have to report me. They could slap me themselves. They all had permission.
Wow.
I'm from the cornfields.
Less than 1,000. Girl, there were 1,000 people in my building in New York.
I probably graduated. Well, I graduated in North Carolina, but I started high school in South Carolina. And I think my graduating class was like 200 people, maybe? Maybe a little less.
Well, I went to an arts high school, so we had a small graduating class, but I mean, literally across the street was a high school with like 3,000 people in the graduating class. So like, wow.
Yeah, it was one of everything. There was no doubles.
So growing up, you were like, I have bigger dreams than this. I need to get out of here.
That's such a cool story. That's not what happened.
No.
Can I expose myself really quick?
I would love that.
Of how I ended up in North Carolina. I think I may have told the story before, but let's go. Yeah. So I was what you would call a very studious child.
You were smart. You
Love
book
the books.
Got
Even
it.
to this day, I go to bed with books on my bed. There's probably like 4 books on my bed right now.
Word. I love that.
And I knew a lot of things, okay? Now, I'm not calling the school I went to slow, okay? But I'm going to call it what it is. What had happened was I was taking a geography class, and the teacher had got up there and she said, today we're going to learn about longitude and latitude. I said, perfect. I learned this 17 years ago. I know exactly what this is. I'm going to ace this test. And she goes, longitude goes from left to right, and longitude goes up and down. Latitude goes up and down. And I said, teacher, hey, you might have got that flipped around. That's all right. It happens to the best of us.
Oh, she ain't like that.
Don't you even worry about it. She said, excuse me, did you just interrupt my class to correct me? And I said, well, there's 15 pupils in here, and I don't want them to take this end of course exam.
I love it.
For the state.
You better
and they
gather
think
her.
We are stupid as shit
You
here.
better gather her.
It's the smallest of facts. But we all know which way they go. But that's how I said it to her.
Oh my God, like that?
Yeah, I said it just like that. I shouldn't have did that.
Ooh.
But what happened was she sent me to the principal's office, and he said, well, you're suspended. And I said, well, I'm not coming back.
Work.
And I never came back.
And you never came back?
Oh, no. That is exactly how it happened. I used to live with my grandparents in South Carolina. My mother lived in North Carolina for her job. She's a therapist. And I just, when she moved away, I just wanted to stay back with my friends, and she let me do that. But I called her. I said, Mom, you were right. These people are stupid. I want to go. And I want to come live with you.
In North Carolina.
So literally, they suspended me. They expected me to come back. And the next call they got was from a North Carolina public school saying, can you send his records?
Work.
And that is how I got him.
See,
I'm sorry, public school system.
What that shows me, though, is that you are someone who is so in tune to what your life needs to be, right? Like, you're not going to sit there and, like, take something that's not for you. Like, this ill preparation for life when you can't teach me geography, this is not for me. And you, like, take control of that. A motherfucker like me, ooh, so I just got a motherfucker.
I thought you said we could do that.
We can, but I wasn't. That was me being mad for you back then.
Good. I need it.
I was like, I would have probably just sat there and just kept it to myself and just stayed in that situation. But you're like, I'm taking charge of this, and I'm up out of here.
You know what's funny? I never even thought about it like that until you just said it, because I really still feel that way today.
Yeah.
If I see a red flag, you got to tell me one time.
Yeah.
And I am out the door.
I love that.
Because we don't have a lot of time.
We really don't.
On this earth.
We really don't.
Why would you spend it sitting in places that you know are inadequate in terms of your worth?
Yeah.
Like, baby, you are worth more than to sit in that room and learn things you know are incorrect.
That is what we call a word, y'all.
Take that with you.
That is a word.
You are with that man you sitting next to. Hello? If you're more worth it, act like it. Talking to myself.
So you finish high school.
Yes.
And then you go to college to get a degree in film, right, to get the film degree.
Also not expected either.
I mean, but some of it probably, like, because I got my degree in music education.
Yeah.
And there's some classes that were really good for me to become, like, an opera singer and stuff like that, because we took a class called the singing actor.
I see an opera singer.
Yeah, I got a degree in opera performance and music ed.
That was just the slightest flex. That was the youngest, most junior flex ever.
That's a little fun.
I hate it.
But we took class and that really helped me to be a singing actor and stuff like that. So there's probably some film stuff that.
Yeah. I mean, it was fine. I just didn't. That was not my goal.
Yeah.
I wanted to be a tennis player. Like, that was my whole...
You're going to be the Coco Gauff of our generation.
Hello.
And then the shoulder fucked you up.
The shoulder took me out. And I was so... They always taught us, athletes, have your backup plan. And I'm like, yeah. You're talking to the football players who get fucked up.
You're right.
That is not me.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. It's me.
Yeah.
And there was this teacher, her name is Patricia Bernard. I consider her one of my angels to this day, who saw this broken athlete and was like, Come sit with me in this class, where we're talking about, 80s and 90s television shows and music videos and stuff, just to kind of help me, find a different thing to be interested in. And I fell in love with it immediately.
Work.
And then this representative came from the film school and was like, I'm looking for people who want to, come to our school. And I'm like, yeah, I'll do that.
Dope.
And I always wanted to go to school in Florida because of Nickelodeon. Don't judge me.
We didn't know.
At the end of every Nickelodeon show, they would have that little Universal Studios Florida thing.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
I remember those. Yeah.
And I'm like, I want to go there.
Yeah.
And we didn't have enough money to go there. So I'm like, well, first chance I get to go there, I'm going to go there.
I'm gonna go.
This school is in Orlando, Florida. Sign me up. And that's
got
exactly why I chose to go there.
Okay, well, rewind a little bit. So, like, the shoulder, like, what happened to the shoulder? Like, did you rip something? Did you break? Like,
I was undefeated my senior year.
Dope.
But that came at a cost of over practicing. And I did a lot lot of damage to my shoulder because I also wasn't being coached properly. Like, tennis is not a huge sport from where I'm from. Like, all the courts I played on were rickety, raggedy, cracked up, not great. So the technique that I was learning was very improper.
Gotcha.
So although it was working, I was winning, I wasn't taking care of my body correctly.
Yeah.
And it was bad if you're like 16 effing up your body.
Yeah, that's way
your
too
body
young.
is elastic. How are you messing things up?
You're literally made out of rubber bands. Yeah.
But then, and it just never healed. Yeah, it never healed.
Don't you wonder, like, what is like in Earth 95 in the multiverse of Terrell? Like, are they, I don't know, Grand Slam champion, Wimbledon, U.S. Open champion?
Who knows? If I believe that everything happens for a reason and you're always going to end up where you're supposed to be,
I
probably would have got up on that tennis court and showed way too much personality, and they'd have put my ass in the commentary booth, and I still would have had a mic in my hand.
The universe gonna position you where you need to be.
Put you where you need to be.
Yeah.
So, and also, I don't like to work out like that. So I don't know.
Well, you are right inside. You working out somewhere.
I am trying to put that fork down. Is what I'm trying to do. Because another thing about the South, babies, we eat.
Ooh,
we eat
can you cook? Well, no, you ain't. No, what I'm talking about. T and Coco, y'all was up there, can't do nothing. How you from South Carolina and you can't cook?
Did you see what they had us cooking on that show? We were cooking fish eyes, octopus, and beer belly. I don't know what we was cooking. Baby, I can't cook that stuff.
Okay, well, what can you cook then? What can you throw down on?
I think I could do...
if you say eggs in here, you're going to have to go.
What's wrong with cooking eggs, man? I can do like a good salmon.
Okay.
I don't eat a lot of meat anymore.
Oh.
So I stick to the things that swim.
Got it.
If it swims, I'm good. If it swims, I'm him. But macaroni and cheese actually probably, and I actually made that on Tea and Coco as I think about it. We have a competition. If you want to watch that, you will see me whoop my best friend's ass. I did that very well. But honestly, I don't cook like that.
I'm obsessed with y'all's dynamic. Like the y'all's energy and y'all's dynamic is so enviable. I'm like, I want a Coco in my life. Like, it is so just how y'all just, and I'm sure that is the chemistry on and off the camera. It just looks, it's just so like such a fun pair.
On my show.
Yeah.
We did not know each other.
Oh, before she did the episode of your show, y'all had not met before that?
Ever.
Really?
To be very honest,
I
didn't know who she was before she came on the show.
Really?
No, I was aged out of the Disney Channel.
Right
when she started to hop on there. And I had heard of her name, and I had maybe like seen her in like a random commercial or something, but I had never known. But what happened was she posted this video kind of catching the world up on her life post Disney, and people just kept flooding the DMs. You gotta have Coco Jones on your show.
Yeah, you gotta have her on.
You gotta have. I'm like, who is Coco Jones? I will look her up right now, and I'm like, oh yes, I see. And then I thought about the movie that she did with Tyler James Williams. What's that movie called? Let It Shine.
Let It Shine.
Thank you very much. And then I'm like, okay, yes, I got it. She should absolutely come on the show. And I told this story before. The day that she was scheduled to come on the show was a horrible day for me.
Why?
Oh my God. I was going through it.
Okay.
I just had one of them days. Where it's just like, don't nothing seem right, don't nothing feel right.
Yeah.
I don't want to work. You don't know, that's the hard thing about doing an interview show, as you know. People think that every day you are ready to go, and you feel great.
No.
These episodes are scheduled weeks, sometimes months in advance.
Yes.
You don't know what type of mental state you're going to be in when they come in, but you have to deliver.
You have to show up and deliver, yeah.
She came in that door.
Unless you have an amazing guest like Terrell, who is just, this is literally the ease of, I wish I could talk to every day.
Oh, we should.
Yes,
As we should.
Yeah.
We shoot every episode at 6 p.m. And at 5:30, I was still in the bed.
What?
I was still in the bed. Yeah. Roxy had to come and knock on that door and be like, are you going to be able to? Are you going to be able to? And I'm like, no. We have to reschedule it. And this is highly unprofessional, but I cannot do it today. But then I was like, no, you know what? Something in my body, God was like, get up. You need to just get up and figure it out. And when I watched that episode back today, I'm like, ooh, baby was going through something. But nobody was able to tell.
No way.
Because that woman lifted me up with her entire weight of her body for that episode. And that is when I knew, when that episode finished, I said, we are going to do life together.
I love that.
You are my person.
Ugh.
I need you. You need me. What is the Hezekiah Walker song?
We're all a part
We're all
of God's.
Of God's. We're all a
Family.
part of God's. Is it family?
We're all a part. It is His will that every need be supplied.
You are important to me.
I need you to survive. Yes, yes, yes.
We know the lyrics.
We know the lyrics.
But something happened in that little spot there. What is that lyric? Somebody tell us. But yeah, that is how our friendship started.
Love that.
And after that episode, like, we're going to do a show together. I'm going to figure something out. I'm going to make something up. And that's how Tea and Coco happened.
So when I did Essence, that year I did Essence Festival.
Yeah.
She did it. I was doing the main stage, like introducing people on this main stage thing, and she was there too. And I was like, y'all, I don't care what happens. I need to get a picture with Coco Jones. And then again, she came over there and she was just so sweet and so lovely and so gracious. And she was just like, oh my God, I would love to do a picture with you. And I was like, oh my God, you was tall. We were like the same height.
Another thing I love. I love. I'm like, yes, look me dead in my eyes.
Yes, I love it. Just after that, you see these divas on screen, child, and you meet them in person, they are literally at my belly. I'm like,
you look nice.
Nice to see you. But Coco, I was like, yes. Okay, so you moved to LA with $300 in your pocket.
Ooh, that is something.
Very bold.
Yeah.
I don't think I have that in me. I'm not even like a planner like that, but that would freak me out.
Yeah.
To move to Los Angeles, one of the biggest cities in the world.
Most expensive cities in the world.
With $300 in your pocket.
You know, I asked myself, if that happened today, could I do it? And I don't know.
Yeah.
I think there was something in me at 21 years old that was, I think even as you're just younger in general, you just have less cares in the world. You have less responsibilities.
Yeah.
Right? So it was giving, I'll figure it out. I'll sleep in this car. I'm smart. I will get a job eventually.
Yeah.
Until then, we'll see what happens. But
you're sleeping in your car?
Oh yeah.
What?
Oh yeah. When I moved, I had to break that lease. And what did Beyonce? Who break that lease so I can move? That's the Destiny's Child song.
Is it?
That's
Bugaboo? Yes.
That song is a goddamn lie. They don't tell you what it means. It comes with a cost, y'all. Don't you break that goddamn lease. Baby, they said, we're going to take your money or your credit is going to crash.
Damn.
Your credit is going to be that submarine down at the bottom of that ocean.
It's going to be a submersible.
It's going to be a submersible.
I
probably shouldn't have said that. I'm so sorry. No. May they rest. Okay, I just would never have done that.
Like, who do that? I ain't put nothing down there at the bottom of the ocean to go see no damn Titanic.
Did y'all hear Celine when she said my heart will go on? Why was she singing that? Because she lost something. Yeah, your minds.
You lost your mind. Anyway, you digress. Yeah.
So I paid them people.
Got it.
And I had that much money left in my account, $300, and I just stuffed my little car, my little Dodge Neon, and just started driving. I didn't tell anybody.
Wow.
I told my mother when I got to Texas.
So you drove from North Carolina.
I drove from Orlando, Florida.
Orlando.
For college.
Yep,
and drove. And this is why I drove, because 2 weeks before that, I had came to visit LA to visit a friend. And I was just curious about what was, popping off in LA. So I was riding by Warner Brothers with him, and I saw this sign that said, help wanted for tour guides. Oh, I can be a tour
guide.
I just finished film school. I got my degree. I think I know a little something.
Yeah.
And I could probably give a tour of Warner Brothers. I auditioned with the thickest country accent you've ever heard. And these people, as living in LA now, we get it. The audition line was crazy.
Crazy, yeah.
Full of beautiful white people. And I'm like, oh, they're not going to choose my country ass to give a tour to these people. They were looking for only 2 or 3 guys, I want to say. And there was so many people. I was so discouraged. I just did it. I was like, I'm just going to do it and it's going to be my business. The way they called me back immediately and was like, your personality is fantastic.
It was fire.
You're totally going to get this job.
Yeah.
You start on Monday. This was a Wednesday. And they wanted me to work on a Monday. Where did I live, friend? Florida.
Florida.
I said, I done got a job in LA. and I don't live in LA. How I'ma do this, girl? How I'ma do this? I said, I'm about to break my lease. Can y'all please let me out? I'm about to move to LA. Y'all you proud of me? Please don't charge me. We are so proud of you. It's going to be $3,000. What? Yes. So I had to quickly drive across the country in like 2 days. I had to fly back. That also took money out of my pocket.
Yeah.
And then pack in my car and then just book it, which is why, and it was dangerous because I fell asleep on the road, which was a memory that I'll never forget.
Happened to me too. I'm going to tell you about my afterwards. Yes.
I don't know if it happened like this for you, but I did not even know what was going on until I woke up. Baby, I woke up and the car was in the median. And if you don't believe that, I must repeat for myself. I said, thank you, Jesus. Because I could have hurt someone else. Yeah. And baby, that's it.
Yeah.
Or myself.
Yeah.
I woke up in that median. I opened the car door. I got out. It's pitch black. It's like, I don't know, sometime in the morning.
Yeah.
Like pitch black morning. And I was like almost kissing the ground.
Yeah. Because like one, like just the small change, or the smallest change of something that could have ended your life, someone else's life, it could have all been over.
Yeah.
Listen, me is when I was in college and I was working full time overnight, 11 p.m. to 7 a.m. and going to class from like 8:30 to 6:30. So like I was like on 0 hours of sleep.
Yeah.
And this time I had done the 11 p.m. to 7 a.m. I did class and I had one last class that started at 6:30, which at the other campus, just 20 minutes away. So I was like, you know what? I'm tired, but I can just get there. It's one straight shot down the road. And I remember being a little like dozing off and I was like, no, I'm good. I put the windows down. I'm like, woo. And then I just come to again and my car is all the way on the other side of the thing. And thankfully no cars were coming. Yeah. But I was all on the other side of the road and I just pulled over. I was like, oh my God, what am I doing? I was like, I could have been out of here.
Out of here.
And it was the scariest thing that ever happened to me.
I'm also big on grace. You don't know what anybody's going through or what's happening. Like, it's just, I'm sure somebody saw me swerve off the road and was like, oh, he's drunk or whatever. Yeah. Like, no, baby, I ain't drunk. I just look crazy. Trying to get my ass around, trying to go to work at Warner Brothers. That's all it was. I'm sorry. Yeah. And then I just pulled over and I just slept in the car. I just slept it off for a few more hours. I still had to get to where I had to get to. Yeah. Because they wanted me to have a California driver's license and the whole nine. God. And I'm like, babe, I'm just trying to get there safely. You want me to have credentials too? Woo! All right, let's make it do what it do, Warner. And for the first week, I slept in my car until something crazy happened. Have you ever seen that? I think it's a documentary or whatever it is about the murder hotel in California, in LA.
The murder hotel?
It's called Hotel Cecil or something like that. It's downtown. I think it was renamed to Stay on Main or something like that. Yes. Okay, you're with me.
I don't know that.
So the hotel at the time was like $25 a night. And to me, I'm like, babes, yes. That is great. And honestly, from where I'm from, hotels ain't that much more. Okay, they offer very small amenities. Barely a bed. And I'm like, okay, yeah, that sounds right. And, I ain't got no money. I could just, sleep for a couple days in bed and be fine. I went into that hotel. The lobby was so beautiful, grand. It was everything. I'm like, they should charge more for this. I feel like I'm stealing in here.
Yeah.
I got into the elevator. Babes, death trap.
Really?
You know what was going on. I'm like, okay, wait, I got to update your elevators to match your lobby.
To the lobby. But the room's going to be way better.
Way better.
Like, there's no way.
Open the room. Immediately, the walls used to be gray. Now they're green. Mold, dustiness, grossness. The bed had spots on it. It was disgusting.
Oh my God, I can't.
And there was no bathroom. Baby, the bathroom was in the hallway. It's a communal bathroom for the entire hall.
Oh my God, did you have shower shoes?
No, I wasn't.
You were thinking about that,
yeah. Like who has shower shoes in South Carolina? We don't do that shit. Half of a shower in the yard. We don't have that. So I didn't know. But I had to shower in these bathrooms and wash my hands.
How long did you have to stay there?
3 days.
3 days.
3 days.
3 days too many.
3 days way too many. There was a phone book in that hotel room. And I was just, again, doing crazy things. I just started cold calling production companies. Do you need a PA? Do you need help? I already had the Warner Brothers thing, but it wasn't going to be enough to get me out of the situation quickly enough.
Yeah.
So I just started calling people. I called this one lady. She cussed me all the way out. Don't you call here cold call. This is a business. We don't do just like rah, 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 rah. And I was so discouraged. I'm like, I don't belong here. I do not belong in Los Angeles, California.
Oh no, you're getting discouraged.
I am living in a hellhole. All my shit's in my little car. That's probably gonna get their windows busted out of here. I don't feel good. I'm not eating well. Nothing's right. Why did I do this? She called me back like at 8:30 that night.
The same person that cussed you out?
The same person that laid into me and was like, you still looking for work? It's just like almost like disgruntled about it. You're still looking for work? I said, yeah. Be in my office at 8 o'clock in the morning in Burbank, actually. And I'm like, yes, click.
I'll be there with bells on.
I was there at 6:15 or whatever time it was. It was too early. And I just sat out there.
Yeah.
And that's how eager I was. She pulled in. She said, you're the guy that called? I said, uh-huh. She takes me into her warehouse. It's an art production, like prop house, right? Full of props for all kind of shows. Scandal at the time, Murder at the time, all those shows. And I was like, oh, I know those shows. This is kind of cool. She looked at me one time and she said, organize my pillows.
My pillows?
There was so many pillows in that goddamn warehouse. I mean, you think of all the shows you watch that have couches and beds in them. They got to come. Them pillows got to come from somewhere.
Pillows, okay.
And I was like, how do you want me to organize them? The way she Miranda Priestley'd me. She looked at me and she said, organize my pillows. Walked back the other way, slammed the warehouse door, and left my black ass in there alone in the entire warehouse. I didn't know what to do. I just started grabbing some little baggies, some little label makers, and just started. And, you know, I wasn't as gay as I am today as I was back then. I don't shit about patterns. Colors.
You're like,
textures. I was like, big, small, together. And I just did it. And I just went through. It took me 8 hours.
To do those pillows.
At the end of the day, she came back in there. She said, you finished? I said, yeah. And this is like a petite, kind of older white lady. Think Driving Miss Daisy, but a little younger.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
Just very unassuming to just do something like this. She inspected my work and just silently just went through each little aisle and was like, And
now you have no idea what you're going to be paid for this.
No idea. I did not even ask about payment. I knew nothing. I just had a task.
Yeah.
Somebody said, do it.
Yeah.
I did it. She came back and she just took out her checkbook out of her purse and started writing on it. And wrote me a check for $3,000.
For a day's work?
For a day's work. And she looked at me in my eyes and she said, you know what? You belong here. The answer to the exact question that I was asking myself just hours before.
She answered
telling myself I don't belong here.
Wow.
She didn't know me from shit.
Wow.
And she literally changed my life. If it wasn't for her, I would not have stayed.
Have you ever been in contact with her since then?
For once a month after that day, I always went back to her and did whatever she wanted me to do.
Wow.
You want me to take out the trash? You want me to scrub these floors? You want me to walk this dog? Whatever it is. I did it once a month until she moved away from LA.
Wow.
And I was producing by then. This was like about 3 years I did that for.
When you were producing for Big Brother?
A little bit before that. So this was like around my Fox times.
Got it.
Yeah. So I would literally take
What a little angel.
I had a full producer job. I said, guys, on June 17th, whatever, I will be here.
Because I had to go do something else.
Yeah.
Wow. Divine timing.
Divine timing. And you know what? I am just grateful for the struggle because honestly, if I did not make those moves and go to that nasty ass hotel and, and not have any money and just being desperate, sometimes that back against the wall is where you need to be in order to find the thing that's going to propel you forward. Yeah. Operating in comfort sometimes helps you stay there. Yeah. So I'm grateful for it.
Wow. Yeah. Okay, so then from that, going to you produce a bit for different TV things, but I want to get to YouTube because YouTube is where you really pop off. So now, looking at YouTube, were you like, okay, if I get a successful YouTube, I can have like a viable career? You're like, I'm just gonna do this for fun to see what happens.
Hell no. I did not know a damn thing about YouTube.
Okay.
And I had no interest in being a face on YouTube.
Okay.
What happened was I was producing all these reality shows for these different networks. Shout out to y'all. Y'all kept me employed. Hallelujah. But I saw a lot of shit.
Got it.
I saw a lot of you know.
Trust me, I do.
And I was like, ooh, this ain't sitting well with my spirit too much. I feel like I can take what I've learned here and apply it to my own thing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what that means. I don't know if I want to develop a show for a network or find a talent and like do something with them. I don't know what I want to do.
Yeah.
But I want to do something separate from the world I have lived in for the last 3-4 years. And what happened was I decided I wanted to do a music show hosted by a person. That person was never supposed to be.
But you had to know that you have good talents on the mic. Like, like you knew that this was something you're really good at.
What? I don't know if I knew that. I think what I thought of was like, yeah, people like to be around me, and I like that. It's fun. But do I need to have the mic? I don't know. I say some wild shit. I'm so grateful that my show is recorded today. I can't have a live show, Monet.
Don't say never. You say that now. You say that now.
Dre will tell you, I have to cut lots of shit. Maybe you got to come to a show and see it live. You're like, oh shit, this is a different experience. So we held a whole casting call for the host of the Terrell show.
Wow.
And I was so just unimpressed, and I was like, you don't know Anita Baker, you can't host a music show.
Yeah.
Same way you don't know Carrie Underwood songs, you can't host a music show. I need somebody who knows a little bit about everything. You know? But really know about the culture. And the way Roxy, my producer, was like, I'm getting a little upset with you. We have been at this for months and you have not found anyone. How about you get on this camera, show us what you want, and then we'll find somebody like that. And I said, okay, fine, I can do that. So I get on the camera and I'm talking about whatever relevant music was at the time. This is 2018, late 2017. And we decided to post it on YouTube just to lure people in to see who could do that thing. That video just started to get so many hits and hits and hits. And I'm like, people are really interested to be the host of this show.
Yeah.
And they was like, no, they want to see you do this show.
Hello.
And I was like, oh. I thought those views were from potential hosts. Oh, they want to see me do it?
Oh,
I don't know how I feel about that. But I'll do another video. Let's see what happens. I'll do another one. Oh, wow. They come back.
They want to see you.
They want to see me. So I just kept doing them. And I guess I'm still doing them.
And you're still doing it. I mean, you have had... I feel like everyone in the music, Kelly Clarkson, Chloe Bailey, Kelly Rowland, the Clarks, everyone... Duran Bernard, everyone has been, JoJo, I forget the name, Terry Kelly. Everyone has just been you have been with all these people who, again, I love and the world at large loves. Like, how does that feel to know that, who all of this and what you can do when you have this thing in your hand and this thing on is so magical? You know, the basis of all of that is simply, I just love music. There's so much that goes into being an entertainer, being in this city and doing this thing that I'm not interested in. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. And respect to all of it. Yeah, totally. But for me, I am that weird, nerdy kid who knows a bunch of random music facts that just spends all of his time. All those books I'm talking about, they're music books. I'm just always watching some documentary about music, and just to have the ability to have artists who I respect so much, icons of the game, legends of the game, say, you know what? I want to spend 2-3 hours with you where you can ask me anything, where I'm going to sing live, no tune whatsoever, and let you share that with this audience that you've created. It's my wildest dream. Yeah. I remember Terrell sitting in front of 106 in Park. Oh, throwing it back.
And even BET Uncut. Being like, whoa, this is cool shit. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And being so just music being my comfort place. Yeah. Music being the thing that I can always go back to and be like, whenever the world is crashing down, I can go to my playlist. And now my playlist are almost like morphing into these people that are sitting next to me.
Yes.
It is the wildest thing.
In front of that
and
bright blue
so
wall.
grateful in front of that bright blue wall. And it's been 7 years almost.
Yeah.
And every season, even the first season, has had iconic people.
Yeah.
I don't know how the hell. I really don't. People ask me all the time, how did you do it? And I'm like, give me a minute.
So is it a combination of you reaching out and also your production team, a book girl? Like, is it a combination of all these things working together?
Can I spill some tea?
Please,
Can I be honest?
spill it, please.
We haven't reached out to an artist in a long time. It's been a long time. I think maybe the last time, maybe season 2.
What?
Yeah, it's been an incredible blessing, Monet.
Wow.
We used to, really have to like hit the pavement and be like, this is our show, this is what it is, da da da. Nowadays, it's more of a how much space do we have in the production schedule to do as many episodes as we can?
Wow.
And I'm grateful for every single artist that have come on my show. Because they come in the door and they're just like so excited. And they're like, I've seen this. I can't wait to do this. And the authenticity that comes with that is so dope. Like, I don't know what it is about the blue wall.
It's just iconic. It's iconic. People, we've all seen it from the Shade Room to the Today Show. Like, we've seen this blue wall and how iconic it is. Who was the guest that came on that you were like, oh my God, like I made it. Like who was to you, like just in your own personal soul, the most gag-worthy guest to you? And you're like, I never thought I'd have this person on my show. I can't believe this.
I have to do a group of people. And I think it was the Michelle Williams, LaToya Luckett, Latavia Roberson, and Kelly Rowland.
Got you.
Roll out.
Got you.
That, even to this day, I'd be like, I have never eaten anything so bad. My God.
Yeah.
I can't believe that happened. And it happened all so organically.
Of that.
It was never even my plan to do it like that. They were all shot in different times with different goals in mind for each interview. And then I just kind of realized, oh my God, none of them are out yet. All these episodes are shot. None of them are out yet. Let's put them together. You know what I mean?
Because I remember when I went to go see Victoria Monet at the Fonda Theater, you were also there that night.
I was.
And Kelly Rowland was there that night.
Yes.
And then Kelly Rowland came out later. I saw it in my mind. I was like, ooh, Terrell probably gonna do a Kelly Rowland episode soon. I was sleuthing my own thing.
That is hilarious.
Yes.
You know what's funny about that?
What?
Every time I am seen with any musician ever, there is a mass internet push. Oh, he done got her.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Got her. And I'd be like, man, we were just in the same at the same time. But grateful that you know what I mean? It's kind of cool.
Yeah.
It's like a little byproduct of the show of, when we think of talk shows, at least I don't get really excited to see a particular person on a particular show, right? It's just like, yeah, go do this show, go do that, do that show. With my show, it's just like,
people
who's on?
Yes,
it's
100%. You go, me and my friends, Dewan and RC, and my besties from college.
Yeah.
When we have our group chat, we'll be like, "Yo, XYZ was on Terrell's show today. Yo, we gotta watch it because we all sang together and stuff together. So it means a lot to us to see our favorite artists on your show.
Oh, I love
1.3 million subscribers, bitch.
Oh my God,
work.
That's a lot of people.
So I want to play a little game with you.
Oh shit.
And it's called Song Association. Would you do a little song association?
Never heard of this game before.
I know.
Oh Lord, I'm terrified. Holy shit. Is there a timer?
Yes.
No.
Yes. Can you be our timer?
I am not practiced, okay? I have not played this game since yesterday.
We're going to put 7 seconds on the clock.
Damn.
Yeah.
This is not how my show goes. God.
Okay, 10 seconds.
Okay,
5,
at least 10. Oh my God, I'm so nervous.
It's going to be so good. Okay, the first word is sweet.
Sweet love Hear me calling out your name. I feel no shame. I'm in love. Sweet lady, too. Oh, there's so many. How sweet it is to be loved.
Okay, we got two. A 2-for-1 special.
I can give you everything you want.
That was
Everything
good. That
you
was good. That
want.
was good.
Yes.
Okay, work. Okay, next one. Fly.
I gotta stay fly. Come on.
Okay, that was good. Okay.
Taking it back.
Next one is have.
Have you ever loved
Somebody so much it makes you cry. Have you ever needed something so bad you can't sleep at night?
He says, shut the hell up. Cut the track.
That's the
TJ.
track. That was it. Okay, next word is money.
Oh my God, I don't want to do this, but I have to. Money.
Is that what, Cardi?
Cardi B. Baby, I love Cardi B.
I love Cardi. You mean Bel Khalis Almanzar?
Bel Khalis Almanzar. I was on that Bodak Yellow train so hard.
100%.
Moves. And I'm not even a huge rap is probably my weakest subject of all the genres.
Yeah.
Not because I don't like it, it's just there's so much rap.
How do you feel about gospel rap? Be real. How do you feel about gospel rap, Terrell Grice?
I'm gonna give a nuanced answer.
Oh.
Because I like it when done correctly. I think Lecrae does a great job. I think
that's the only one I can think of that does a good
Did you
job.
hear me say anybody else? That is no shit. I might not be put on. But there is some where I'm just like, no, why'd you do that?
You know what I mean?
You know what I
It always feels a little off to me. I'm always
Because
like, ugh.
genre, I think, genre is just like the vibe.
Mm-hmm.
But you can put any context, any lyricism in any vibe. I'm here for gospel R&B. Shout out to Mary Mary.
Oh yeah, of
You know
course.
what I'm
Gospel
saying?
R&B is
That's
great.
what it is.
Yeah.
Let's call it what it is.
Yeah.
I think I think I prefer the term Christian rap, maybe.
Christian
because
rap.
if you say gospel rap, gospel is more of a sound than a genre to me.
Okay.
You have Christian music, which is all encompassing.
Okay.
But when I hear the word gospel, I'm so sorry. I think a certain sound.
Yeah. Okay.
So it's a lot going on. But
Okay.
do your thing, player.
Okay, we have one last word. The previous word was money. The last word is exchange.
All I think of is a Bryson Tiller song. Exchange for me.
I don't know
That's
what
the
song.
Bryson Tiller song.
Bryson Tiller.
I want a better one than that one though. That I actually know the words of.
Exchange. I don't even know one.
Exchange.
A word with exchange. I don't even know. I couldn't even tell you. Terrell, I could
No,
talk
it
to
can't be
you
done.
literally for hours. This has been such a great conversation.
I'm so glad to be here.
I'm so happy that you're here.
Yes.
Taking the time out of your day to come over here to Burbank and kiki with me on this couch.
And I would do it any other time you want me to. Listen, I'm proud of you. Okay,
Thank you.
have taken something and like created the tentacles of it. You know what I mean? Just keep doing it. You're a fantastic host.
Thank
I
you.
was the build was there.
Oh yeah.
I was there.
Thank you.
I was
Thank you.
into it. And it's so beautiful to see us,
Yeah.
you know, doing it and doing it well.
Ooh.
Okay, I'm gonna toot that horn. If you're not gonna toot it for yourself, let me toot you. Okay,
Thank you, Terrell.
congratulations, and
Thank
this
you.
show is gonna be great.
I'm very excited about it.
I can't wait to see it.
Thank you. This episode's gonna be fabulous. It's gonna be fabulous.
Yes.
Y'all, we had Terrell Grice up in the studio. Thank y'all for watching. Thank you for tuning in. I'm your girl, Monét X Change. This is Terrell.
Yeah.
And I'll see you next time on the couch.
Peace out, y'all.
Monét Talks.